Ireland has a unique history in Formula One in that we're not great at winning titles, but what we are great at is spending very little money and getting a lot out of it. Ask any Irishman in the pub. We will have 7 of us around a single pint in Temple Bar if we need to, but we try and just stay away from Temple Bar. That's the smart thing to do. And one of the most iconic teams in Formula One over the years, and one of my all-time favourites, is of course the Jordan Grand Prix team led by Eddie Jordan. And this team is currently, actually, if you trace it through the years, Aston Martin. A team that has shown that it can do a lot with a little, you know what I mean? Like, founded by former racing driver and team owner Eddie Jordan, Jordan Grand Prix entered Formula One in 1991. The team's debut season saw the development of a beautifully designed, and I cannot stress this enough, one of the most beautiful looking Formula One cars, the Jordan 191. With the distinctive green livery and of course the distinctive 7-Up bottle, and for those of you who aren't Irish, 7-Up something that basically our parents used to boil and then let cool down so there was no gas in it, and it was basically just a lemon flavoured water, and they give it to us with dry toast when we were sick. So not a huge fan of 7-Up, but it looked cracking on the livery. Drivers Andreas de Cesaris and Bertrand Gaccio took the wheel, with Gaccio later being replaced by a young driver who made his debut with the team. I don't know what happened to him afterwards, but maybe you guys can look it up on Wikipedia. Michael Schumacher. Over the next few seasons, the Jordan F1 team saw moderate success. They scored their first ever podium in 1994 at the Canadian Grand Prix with Rubens Barrichello, an early sign of the potential success that lay ahead. Jordan's partnership, though, with Peugeot in 1995 would start to set the team up to achieve big things with its little money, which is interesting because Peugeot make terrible. The team continued to improve, with new driver Eddie Irvine joining Barrichello. Irvine's third place finish at the 1995 Canadian Grand Prix demonstrated the team's upward trajectory. The late 1990s saw Jordan reach its peak, with 1998 and 1999 being the team's most successful seasons. Driven by Damon Hill and Ralf Schumacher, Jordan secured its maiden win at the 1998 Belgian Grand Prix. One you need to watch, by the way. It's an epic one. Maybe we'll watch it together on this channel sometime. And this ended with Hill leading the team to a 1-2 finish. In 1999, Heinz-Harald Frentzen replaced Hill and claimed 2 victories for the team in France and Italy. That year, the Jordan F1 team finished 3rd in the Constructors' Championship, its highest ever position. Despite the highs of the late 90s, the Jordan team began to decline in the 2000s. Sponsorship deals and key personnel departed, and the team struggled to maintain its competitiveness. Eddie Jordan's team had become a breeding ground for young talent, with drivers like Giancarlo Fisichella, Jarno Trulli, and Takuma Sato making their mark. But the team's overall performance suffered. Unfortunately, facing financial difficulties and unable to regain the performance of its former glory, the Jordan F1 team was eventually sold to the Midland Group in 2005, and the team competed its final season as Jordan Grand Prix before rebranding as Midland for 2006. Although Jordan's time in F1 ultimately came to an end, its impact on the sport is still remembered today. Eddie Jordan was not only a force to be reckoned with on the track, but also a launching pad for some of the biggest names in Formula One, including Michael Schumacher, Eddie Irvine, and of course Rubens Barrichello. Eddie Jordan went on to be a popular F1 analyst and broadcaster, while many former Jordan team members have continued to make significant contributions to the sport. The team's iconic liveries and memorable moments on the track have left an indelible mark on Formula One history. And the rise of Jordan F1 is a story of ambition, perseverance, and the roller coaster nature of this sport. As F1 fans, we can celebrate the team's triumphs and remember the unforgettable moments that they brought to the world of F1. And on top of that, we can remember that epic livery that was the Jordan 191 as you subscribe. Will you remember me? Will you? Yet please, such a beautiful car.